Fatty, juicy, and all around a great bite. Pork belly has it all, and one of the best ways to showcase that is in a delicious slider. Let's get it. What's up everybody, James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad you're back. If this is your first time checking out the channel, we are dedicated to bringing you high quality sous vide cooking that you can do in your own home. If that sounds like something that you might be interested in, hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell so you get notified every time we drop a new video. Pork belly sliders. This is one of the cheapest and most delicious things that you can do to serve in bulk. The pork belly is actually a really simple cook, and with that we're going to make an Asian cucumber salad, and we're going to take the bag contents from the pork and we're going to reduce it down and add it to some mayo for a really flavorful condiment. We'll start by prepping our slab of pork belly. I've got this really great looking slab from Porter Road. As you can see, it's got an almost perfect ratio of meat to fat. When you're picking out your pork belly, this is what you want to look for. No, you don't have to cut it, but I like to. I'm not going to use this whole slab. And that's what you want to see. I'm going to portion this so that when I slice the pieces in the end, they'll be the size I want for my sliders already. And now we can move on to making our traditional Asian marinade. 1 thumb-sized piece of chopped ginger, 3 chopped garlic cloves, a couple chopped scallions, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of rice vinegar, half a cup of soy sauce, and blend to combine. We'll go ahead and add that to our pork belly that's in a Ziploc style bag, and if you're going to cook right away, you can drop it in. You could totally let it sit in the fridge and linger for a couple hours. And like always, for the longer cooks, you definitely want to use a lid to stave off any evaporations. Alright, this next trick comes from Kenji Lopez and his pork belly bao recipe. What he does is he takes those bag contents with that kind of rendered pork fat, and he heats it up and he reduces it into like a syrup-like consistency. And then after that, we're going to add that syrup to our mayo, and it's going to give that mayo a really nice concentrated deep depth of flavor that's kind of hard to explain. It's just so delicious. Now, we left the pork belly as a whole chunk because it's going to cook better, and then in the end, it's going to give us better slices. One of the best ways to finish this pork belly is going to be underneath the broiler. Because we left it in a chunk, it's going to be easy to slice and line up on a sheet tray later. What you are going to need to do is you're going to need to ice bath it. What this is going to do for us is make it easier to slice later. It's definitely as simple as it sounds. You get some ice water and you transfer your pork belly into it after it's done cooking. Now we'll be moving on to our braised mayo. We'll dump the contents of our pork belly bag into a small saucepan. We'll take it over to the stove and we'll put it on medium heat. We're looking to heat it up and dissolve those pork solids right there. This is going to happen in a matter of minutes. Once they're dissolved, we're going to strain it and then transfer it right back in the pan. We'll bring the liquid up to a simmer and reduce it. We want to bring it to a syrup-like consistency. This took me about 20 minutes, but keep checking intermittently until it's done. It's done when it thickens up and coats the back of your spoon. Now we'll just add it to our mayo. Kenji uses the ratio of 2 tablespoons to 2/3 of a cup of mayo. I made a larger batch here because I always like to have some of this around, so I'm going to do 4. Once it's added in, we're going to mix. Next, we're moving on to our Asian cucumber salad. We'll use a mandolin to slice our cucumber. Why? Well, because it's better than me. I mean, I could cut it as thin, but it wouldn't work out to be as uniform. We're just going to cut up 1 for now. We'll transfer them to a bowl and we'll lightly salt them. We want to draw out the excess moisture of the cucumber. Once salted, we'll toss and we'll let that sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes. While we wait, we're going to make up our sauce. Half a Serrano pepper, 1 teaspoon each of soy sauce and sesame oil, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, a little bit of sesame seeds. Combine. After 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to squeeze out some of the moisture from our cucumbers. We don't need to go crazy here. After that, we'll transfer the cucumber to a sauce and toss. All right, everything is ready. Now we can move on to finishing our pork belly. I said before that the best way is the broiler. I should kind of clarify that. There's two ways you can go about finishing these. One, if you're doing a kind of bulk pork belly, you're serving a lot of people, use the broiler. It's your best friend. You're gonna put it underneath the broiler. You're gonna be able to do as many as you can fit on a sheet tray, and that's it. It's just ready to go. If you're doing a smaller amount, you can pan sear them. That, I think, is the best way to get kind of that even browning, but really you can't go wrong either way. But hey, now that that's taken care of, let's go make her some sliders. We'll start off with our buns. Feel free to use whatever you'd like. I'm using some mini Kaiser rolls here today. We're gonna cut them in half and then toast them. I like to pan toast my sliders with a little thin layer of mayo on both sides. You can definitely use butter here too. We'll place them on a pan on medium heat and go to their golden brown. We'll slice our pork belly into half-inch strips. As you can see, you just slice right through now that it's cold. We'll arrange our pork belly onto a sheet tray. We're gonna pop this under the broiler for about 5 minutes. We'll flip them and do it on the other side for 3 to 5 minutes. Let's build a slider. Some of our braised mayo. We'll stack our pork belly. Add our cucumber salad on top. Let's go for a cross section for the fans. Shoo. All right, y'all, let's see how we did. I'm so excited for these. These are always one of my favorites. And there she is. Look at that. Look at those pork belly. Oh, that beautiful cucumber salad. Let's take a bite. That's really good. That's a great combo. The fattiness and the richness of the mayo, cut by the acidity and the vinegar of that cucumber salad, is really delicious. Losing kind of the mayo though, but hey, we could always add some, right? Add a little bit of that mayo. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite pork belly dishes to do. It's just so many good flavors all rolled up into one. And who doesn't like a good slider? But hey, if you got something out of this and you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below and go check out some of our other videos. I'll catch you on the next one.